Jr. The fly ball will hit the right, and it's gone. It's gone. Jalen Miller, leadoff home run. Leadoff home run for number 7, Jalen Miller. His 11th of the year. Way to start for the Georgia Bluebirds. So Jalen Miller gets us on the board. It's 1-0. Charleston in the top out of the first inning with a solo home run. That'll be Dwight Smith Jr., the former Blue Jay and Oriole. Former Toronto Blue Jay, former Oriole, the first pitch. In for a strike. 0-1. Game number 91 for Dwight Smith Jr., batting over 300, 308. Next pitch is a ball just out of the zone. It is 1-1. Nobody out, 1 run in. Going to the right side, through for a base hit. Past the second baseman. And what a start for the Dirty Birds as Jalen Miller at home run and Dwight Smith Jr. gets a single to start it off. I bring up Juan Carlo Perez, who's slowly getting it going this year. For Perez, it's game number 44 on the year. 4 home runs and 28 RBIs. Joe Iorio's first pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Dwight Smith Jr. on first base with a single. 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike, 1-1. Here's the one pitch. Fly ball to deep center. Boop Powell is there, makes the play. The first out of the night for the Long Island Ducks. Juan Perez flies out to center. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Bobby Bradley. Game number 94. He's hitting .268 with 25 home runs, including 2 in the last 2 nights against Staten Island. Takes a ball. 1-0. First pitch fastball. Misses inside for a ball 1. Third best in the Atlantic League, 25 homers for Bobby, former Cleveland Indian. Off-speed pitch is outside for the ball 2, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a pop-up foul to the left side, third base side, and it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Just misses out of the zone. 3-1 to the former big leaguer, Bobby Bradley, who hit 2 home runs against Staten Island in the final 2 games of the series. That's a strike right down the middle, or a little low, as Bobby didn't like that call, but it runs the count full, 3-2. Here's the throw over to first, and he's safe. Way to get back there by Dwight Smith Jr. The 3-2 to Bobby. The 3-2 is skied in the air, deep to the left, deep to right, and that's gone. Bobby with his 26th home run of the year drives in 2 more, and it's 3-0. Dirty Birds here in the top half of the first inning. Oh, that was a shot off the bat of the big leaguer, Bobby Bradley. It's 26th of the year to deep right. And it's 3-0 Charleston here in the top half of the first inning. So 2 home runs in the inning, one by Jalen Miller and another one by Bobby Bradley. The Birds' bats are hot today. 1 out and 3 runs in now, and that'll bring up the former Atlantic League Player of the Year in 2019, Telvin Nash. Takes a strike, 0-1, The other one's fouled away. It's 0-2. So quickly bouncing back is Joe Iorio as he gets Kelvin Nash in the 0-2 count. Kelvin hits 41 home runs for New York in an MVP season, Player of the Year in 2019. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a ground ball through the right side and a base hit. And it trickles into the outfield, but Nash will stay at first. 4 of the first 5 batters have reached for the Dirty Birds here in the first inning with only 1 out and 2 home runs. Makes it 3-0. Ready now, the designated hitter, Isaiah Tejada. Here's Isaiah Tejada. First pitch is grounded into the whole left side for the base hit. Tejada is on for the first time in the ball game. Dirty Birds have runners at first and second, 1 man out for Diego Gordon. And the pitching coach for the Long Island Ducks has a quick mound visit with Joe Iorio here. 3-0 in favor of the Dirty Birds. And out steps in Diego Gores. First pitch to Gores is a fastball foul. Gores is a fly ball to shallow center, and it falls. It falls for a base hit. And the bases are loaded now. The Birds already leading 3-0, looking to add on. For the catcher, Yovan Gonzalez. 6 hits in the first inning for the Dirty Birds, and there's still 1 out. Here's the first pitch. Outside for a ball 1. The bases are loaded. Nash at third, Tejada at second, and Gores on first. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. And it's 1-1. The Yovan Gonzalez. The bases are loaded. And the 1-1. Swung on and fouled to the first base side. Into the crowd. And it's now 1-2. 3 runs allowed by Joe Iorio here in the first inning as he asked for a new ball, a new baseball from the umpire. Joe Iorio is 3-7 this season, and the 0-2's fouled away. I mean, the 1-2's fouled away. Still 1-2. 1-2 on Yovan Gonzalez, bases loaded, 1 out in the first. The 1-2 from Iorio. Down in the dirt, 2-2. 3 runs in. 1 man out, 2-2. Top of the first. The 2-2 to Gonzalez. Swing and a foul again, first base side. And out of play. Yovan putting up a fight here, trying to get another base hit. And it's a base hit in right field. Telvin comes around to score, and it's booted by Brantley Bell, as that'll score another run. And Diego Gordas and Isaiah Tejada come around to score. The bases load, a bases clearing double, a single and an error, and the Brewers now lead 6-0 in the first inning with only 1 man out. So Brantley Bell was trying to field it, and he booted it, and that brings home all 3 runners, and it's now 6-0 in the first inning. And there's still only 1 man out. Now it's the number 9 hitter, Jeffrey Perez. Playing center field today, swings and misses, first pitch fastball, 0-1. Jeffrey's playing game number 79, hitting .264 with 4 home runs. Here's the 0-1. Swing and line drive into the left field grass for a base hit. And now Yovan will score, and it's a touchdown. Dirty Birds as they lead 7-0 here in the first inning. So another base hit for Charleston as Jeffrey gets the base hit here. Good speed on first, and it's 7-0 as he drives in another run. I would bring up Jalen Miller for the second time in the inning, who led off the inning with a solo home run. And that started this 7-run inning. The first pitch is a breaking ball, and he swings and misses. 0-1. It'll be a single. They scored that. Yovan Gonzalez, a single and a 2 RBIs. It's quickly 0-2 to Jalen Miller as he looks at a strike. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a chopper to short. Fielded by Jonathan Guzman, goes to second for 1 and gets the double play. That ends the top half of the first inning, but 2 home runs in the inning for the Charleston Dirty Birds, and they lead 7-0. We'll be back for more Dirty Bird baseball after this. We're back as Long Island finally comes to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. Derek Adams on the mound for another start. But he has some insurance runs. This started off in the first inning as the Dirty Birds scored 7, with including 2 home runs in the first inning. And Derek Adams drops in a first pitch strike there. It's open 1 to Boog Powell. The 0-1 down in the dirt for a ball 1. It's 1-1. The center fielder up to bat now. 6 home runs and 30 RBIs. 1-1. Swung on and lifted. Bobby Bradley lets it hop and it gets past him. So Boog Powell hustling to second base and he's in there for a leadoff double. Let's see how they score that. I think they'll score that a single and an error. Bobby was unable to field it cleanly as he let it past him a little bit. Here's Jonathan Guzman. Took a first pitch strike. The 0-1. This is inside. Guzman gets out of the way. 15 starts for Derek Adams. 15th today. The 1-1 is spoiled foul. First base side. Kelvin Nash is at first. Jalen Miller at second. Diego Gordas at shortstop. Here's the 1-2. Down in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Guzman. Derek pitched 73 innings so far, allowing 47 runs. 45 have been earned. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to Kelvin Nash. Takes it to first base himself. Route number 1 with Boog Powell advancing to third base. So what I like to call a sacrifice, as Jonathan Guzman got the runner over to third. That's what you want to do in that situation. That'll bring up Alejandro De Aza, a former Lancaster Barnstormer. It's game number 50 for him. First pitch inside. Gets out of the way of that one. 1-0. 1 out and Boog Powell on third base. 7-0 Charleston lead. Alejandro De Aza is batting .294. 1-0 is taken for a strike down in the zone. 1-1. 76 strikeouts for Derek, along with 32 walks. The 1-1 is a cold strike. It's 1-2 to Alejandro with Boog Powell on third base and 1 guy out. The 1-2, did it go around? No, he didn't. 2-2 now. Levels count. Eric Adams is 26 years old. He peaked at the AA level in his baseball career, but couldn't get past AA. Here's the 2-2 to Alejandro. Swinging a pop foul, third base side. Into the crowd. As somebody caught it in the crowd. Derek was drafted 20 27th round, the 2018 MLB amateur draft. Kansas City Royals, the 2-2. Swinging it, grounded to first base. Telvin Nash again takes it himself, round number two, but the run does score. The Boog Powell comes around to score, and the Ducks now trail it 7-1. For Alejandro, that's his 37th run batted in. Now the bases are empty with two down for Brantley Bell. So a fresh start here from Derek. Yo is just outside for a ball, 1-0. Two outs and a run in. Nobody on base for Brantley Bell. The 1-0 swing and a miss. 1-1. First inning. Long Island got on the board with a sacrifice ground out. The 1-1 is grounded to shortstop. Gores over to first. And a high throw, but Telvin is able to come down with it. Tag Brantley Bell for the out. And we head to the top half of the second. One run on one hit and one error. I mean, no hits, one error, and no runners left. The Birds are winning 7-1. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and Dwight Smith Jr. lines it in the right field for a base hit. Gets into the gap, and he'll go to second base. So the leadoff double for the Dirty Birds is Dwight Smith Jr. Have a runner hit a double, and the Dirty Birds have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Then Juan Perez step in. He lined out to Boog Powell in center field. He takes the ball inside. 1-0. Juan Perez, 262 with 4 home runs. The 1-0 is upstairs. 2-0 the count to Juan Perez. Dwight Smith Jr. on second base. 2-0 is fouled back to the screen. 2-1. Birds put up 7 runs in the first inning, trying to add on some more. The 2-1 to Juan Carlo Perez is fouled away to the third base side. 2-2 now to Perez. Smith Jr. on second. Iorio looks back. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike three. So Perez strikes out. First strikeout for Iorio. First strikeout of the day for Joe Iorio. Now here is Bobby Bradley. Hit a 2-run home run first inning. It's 26th. First pitch chopper off the glove of the second baseman and trickles into right field. For a base hit, Smith Jr. comes around to score. It's 8-0 Dirty Birds. 8-1 Charleston as they add another one in the second inning with only one man out. As Bobby with a base hit. And Smith Jr. came around to score, so that's another RBI for Bobby Bradley. Now brings up the first baseman, Telvin Nash. First pitch to Nash. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Telvin, 270, 26 home runs. All right. The 0-1 is outside 0-1. Telvin has 15 home runs in the year. The 1-1 is a foul. It's 1-2. 1-2 to Telvin Nash. And a 1-2. High for ball two. Just misses. Ball two. 2-2 to Telvin Nash with Bobby on first base with a RBI single. The 2-2 up high for a ball three. 3-2 to Telvin Nash. First base. Iorio is not looking himself today, as he's given up 8 runs in the first 2 innings. Telvin Nash with the base hit to center field, and Bobby will head to third. And there's runners on the corners. It's one man out as the 3-2 pitch is lined in the left center for a base hit for Telvin Nash. That'll bring up Isaiah Tejada. 308, 3 RBIs, no home runs. Just his fourth game as the Charleston Dirty Bird. Although he is 1 for 1 with a base hit. Runners on first and third, one man out. Dirty Birds lead 8-1. First pitch swing and a miss. It is 0-1. As Iorio has struggled here with the first and third innings. And the 0-1 is a strike. Looked a little low at the knees for a called strike two. Telvin Nash on first base and Bobby on third. The 0-2 is a foul off of the dirt. Remains 0-2. Tejada looking for his fourth RBI of the year. There's the 0-2 outside. Outside for Joe Iorio, and count runs to 1-2. One out, and runners on first and third. The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike three. So Isaiah Tejada goes down swinging the second strikeout of the inning for Joe Iorio in the second overall. That'll bring up the shortstop Diego Gorez. 234 average, 6 home runs, 36 RBIs, and a 627 OPS. A single and run scored for Diego. Here's the first pitch. Lined in the left field for a base hit. Bobby Bradley comes in to score. Delvin will hold at second base. It's a 2-out RBI single for Diego Gores, and he's 2 for 2. It's 9-1 Dirty Birds here in the second inning. And Joe Iorio keeps on struggling. That'll bring up the catcher, Yovan Gonzalez. First pitch, high for ball 1. As you know, folks, in the Atlantic League, a pitcher has to go 5 innings to conserve that designated hitter. And for Iorio right now, as the 1-0 is strike in the inside corner for the Ducks and Iorio, it's not looking too great. As he's given up 9 runs in 1 and 2/3 of an inning. 1-1 is high for a ball 2. 2-1 to Yovan Gonzalez, the third catcher. The 2-1 just outside for the ball 3. 3-1 to Yovan Gonzalez. The Dirty Birds are 1 ball away from loading the bases in 2 straight innings. The 3-1 is outside for the ball 4, and they have done it. They have loaded the bases. 2 straight innings. They loaded the bases in the first, 1 out, and they loaded the bases in the second, 2 outs. And Iorio still looking for that final out in the second inning. They'll bring up the center fielder, Jeffrey Perez, who had a single back in the first. Here is the first pitch, foul away, first base side. Everybody has batted around in the first 2 innings. Everybody has gotten the net in the first 2 innings. Jeffrey, the 0-1, grounded to the right side. Fakes the throw to first. Fakes the throw to second and gets the runner out at first base. That'll win the inning. But 2 more runs come around to score. It's 9-1 Charleston. Head to the bottom of the second inning. 2 runs, 3 men left on 3 hits. There was 1 error, and the bases were left loaded. In the top half of the second inning, we head to the bottom half. It is 9-1 Charleston. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back as we move to the home half of the second inning. As Alec Dickerson steps in, first pitch, foul back third base side. Dickerson has the 334 average, 18 home runs, 69 RBIs. The 0-1 is low for ball one. The 1-1 is ball 2-1. 2-1 to Dickerson. Up and in, ball 3. 3 3-1 in there for a ball strike 3-2. The payoff pitch is popped up, foul ground, third base side. Juan Perez makes the play for out number 1. Bring up Carlos Castro, getting his start at first base for the Ducks. Hitting an even 300 so far. 10 RBIs on the year. First pitch, low for ball 1. Carlos Castro, 300 average, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. The 1-0 misses in tight. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. As Dickerson popped out to third base. The 2-1's in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 and gets out of the way of that one. 3-1 now. All set by Adams. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. 3-2. 3-2 to Carlos Castro. Full count pitch. Swing and a broken bat. Liner. Backhanded by Jalen Miller. Throws over to first. But Carlos Castro is safe. What an effort by Jalen Miller to try and throw it to first base, Telvin Nash. But it's not in time. So runner on first base, 1 out. I'll bring up the catcher, Wilson Ramos, getting his first plate appearance in the first game of the 3-game series. The first pitch was in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Wilson Ramos, former New York Met. The 0-1 misses inside just a little bit on the 1. 1-1 to Ramos. 2 home runs. And Ramos lines a base hit in the center. Booted by Efrain. That allows Carlos Castro to go to third. Booted by Perez. And that allows Carlos Castro to move up 90 feet. It's a single for Wilson Ramos. And there's runners on first and third. 1 out. bring up Joe DiCarlo. First pitch, fouled away. Link's third base today, Joe DiCarlo. DiCarlo is batting .259, 13 home runs, and 49 RBIs. Link's third base today. The 0-1. Low for the ball one. One ball, one strike. 2 errors in the game with the Dirty Birds. 1-1 is spiked in the dirt. It's 2-1. That's 87 errors on the Tulsa Dirty Birds this season. That's good for the second worst fielding percentage in the league. 2-1. Joe DiCarlo lined fair down the third base bag. Castro comes in to score. It's 9-2. The throw to third base, Wilson Ramos gets in there. There's 2 runners in scoring position, one man out on a RBI double for Joe DiCarlo. It's 9-2. And early in the second inning. It's 20th double of the year on RBI number 50 for Joe DiCarlo. Trent Taylor steps in. Going outside, ball 1. Playing second base today. In 170 with no home runs and 4 RBIs for Trent. 1-0 is outside, missing 2-0 to Trent. 2-0 to Taylor here. There comes in for the sign, stretch. And the 2-0. Did he go around? No, he did not. 3-0. 3-0, and Derek Adams trying to work out of some trouble here. One runner already in. The 3-0 misses. Inside, ball 4. Bases loaded for the Long Island Ducks. First walk of the game for Derek Adams. Ducks on the pond for the center fielder, Boog Powell. He lined a single last time up into left, and Bradley booted it. And he was able to go up to second base. First pitch to Powell. Grounded up the middle. Second to short to first for a double play in time. And the sign is retired. But the Ducks get 1 run and leave the bases loaded. 1 error in the inning by the Dirty Bird. And it's 9-2 as we head to the top half of the third. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back as the first pitch to Jalen Miller. I got outside for ball one as Joe gets ready to throw his third inning work, and the 1-0 is fouled back off the catcher. It's 1-1. Miller, Smith Jr., and Juan Perez. He's 1 for 2 with a home run and an RBI. The 1-1 is skied into right. Brantley Bell makes the play for round number 1. So that'll bring up Dwight Smith Jr. 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. He's halfway to the cycle. Halfway to the cycle for Dwight Smith Jr. as he takes a strike in the inside corner. 0-1. The 0-1. Line down the left field line for a base hit. That'll go all the way to the wall. And Dwight Smith Jr. has yet to get out. And we're only in the third inning. He's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single run scored. Charleston has a runner in score position with one down and Juan Perez stepped in. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the first pitch. Perez flies one to center. Luke Powell makes the play. Tagging from second to third is Dwight Smith Jr. Juan Perez with a sacrifice with a center field with Dwight Smith Jr. They will move up. 2 down. And it'll be up to Bobby. 2-run home run in the first inning. First pitch pulled foul, first base side. 2 outs, runner on third. They're trying to answer back to from the Long Island Ducks. 1 run in the second inning. As the 1-1 is 0-1 is a ball side. Grounded to the right side through for a base hit. Smith Jr. comes around to score. No problem. Bradley's third RBI of the day, and it's 10-2. 10-2 in favor of the Charleston Thunderbirds. Bring up number 23, Telvin Nash. First pitch. First pitch is inside. 1-0. Swung on. Telvin Nash, 2 for 2 with a run. 15 home runs, 54 RBIs. 1-1 is low for inside. 2-1. 2 strike to Nash. 2-1 up high for ball 3. 3-1. 3-1 grounded to the shortstop. Jonathan Guzman goes the short way to second. And that is the inning. but we had one more run. It's lost to 10, and 2 on the third, leading by 8. You're listening to Trusted Third Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back as Derek Adams set for his 30 in the work with a 10-2 lead. Here's Jonathan Guzman for pitch for strike. The counterclocks trail the Gastonia Honey Hunters 4-3. As that off-speed pitch is going on in this 0-2 to Jonathan Guzman as he calls time. Southern Maryland leads Lancaster 1-0. Time is called by Guzman. Clayton Milbauer is playing second base now. Grounded sharp at third. Juan Perez makes the play. High throw, but it's in time to erase Jonathan Guzman by a step, and there's one gone. No score between Staten Island Ferry Hawks and the Spire City Ghost Town. As Staten Island is trying to make a playoff push, they're tied for first in the Northern Division. Alejandro De Alta steps in, takes the ball out down. It is 1-0. One out is Jonathan Guzman grounded to Juan Perez. Fastball down in the dirt. It's 2-0. The 2-0 is fouled back third base side. 2-1 here. Pitch number 49 coming from Adams. And fouled back. Fastball 2-2. As Alejandro knew he missed that one. The 2-2 is fouled third base side again. Once again, the counter clocks trail the Honey Hunters 4-3. The Revolution trail the High Point Rockers 2-1 in the fourth inning. The Ferry Hawks and the Ghost Towns tied at tied at 0. They also ripped one into center for a base hit. Jeffrey picks this one on a hop and a one-out single for Alejandro. So De Asa gets on with the base hit. Brantley Bell stepped in. First pitch way inside. Has to get out of the way. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 swing and a miss. It's 1-1 to Brantley Bell. 1-1 outside. 2-1. Two and 1 to Bell. Inside for both three. 3-1. Looks like Derek is losing his control a little bit, but he's up 8 runs. As a big first inning for the Dirty Birds is a reason for that. As Brantley Bell draws a walk, the 3-1 pitch is inside. Bring up Alex Dickerson, who fouled out to third baseman Juan Perez. First time to the plate. It's 10-2 in bottom of the third. 333, 18 home runs, 69 RBI. First pitch. High to center. Shallow left. Diego Gordas goes out, makes the play. 2 gone for Derek and the Dirty Birds. That's Carlos Castro had an infield single and a run scored. Here's Carlos Castro. Had an infield single and a run scored. First pitch. Low. I don't know. 1-0 to Carlos. One, 1-0 is swung on this. 1-1 to Castro. Two guys. Two guys on and 2 men out. Here's the 1-1. Swing and he lifted to center field. Perez gets under and makes a play for out number 3. No runs. 1 walk. 1 hit. 1 walk. And 2 men left on base. Charleston leads it 10-2. We head to the top half of the 4th. We'll be right back right after this. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We're back, and Isaiah Tejeda takes the first pitch ball as Iordo is still in there. The 1-0 is strike, 1-1 to Tejada. 1-1. Swinging a foul back. 1-2 to Tejada. Orioles 1-2 up high for a ball 2 is a 2-2 now to Isaiah Tejada as Joe Iorio has given up 10 runs in 3 innings. Isaiah Tejada 2-2 outside 3-2 Isaiah here 36 designated hitter. 75 pitches for Joe Iorio the 3-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The base hit for Isaiah Tejada. It's 2 for 3 now. The 14th hit allowed by Joe Iorio. Matching a season high for him. Here's the shortstop, Diego Torres. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and run scored. Leadoff guy is on and Isaiah Tejada. And the first pitch is skied in the sky to shortstop on the edge of the outfield grass. Jonathan Guzman makes the play for out number 1 to the first pitch. Sky to shortstop for Diego Torres. There's 1 out and a guy on first base. Yovan Gonzalez, the catcher, is 1 from 1 with a walk and a RBI. First pitch is fouled back, 0-1. The 0-1 skied to second base this time. Tossed it up to Trent Taylor, makes the play for number 2. There's still a guy on, and Isaiah Tejada. Joe Iorio is 2/3 of the way through the 4th inning. Here's Jeffer Perez. First pitch, pops it up, third base. Carlo waiting for it to come down, makes the play, front of 3. So 3 pop-ups in the inning, 1 to short, 1 to second, and 1 to third. And no runs, a hit, and no errors. And 1 left. That's it. Isaiah Tejada. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 10-2 Charleston. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We're right back after this. We're back in the bottom of the fourth. For Derek Adams, who's thrown 63 pitches in 3 innings so far. It's 10-2 Charleston. First batter of the fourth inning is taking a ball outside. First batter is Wilson Ramos, the catcher, 1-for-1. The 1-0 is in there, called strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Wilson Ramos goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. There's one gone for the Ducks. Here in the fourth. Here is Joe DiCarlo, first pitch. Missing for a ball, 1-0. Joe DiCarlo swings and misses. 1-1. Eric Adams looking good today. Only surrendered 2 runs. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 1-2 to Iowa. 1-2 to Joe DiCarlo. 1-2. Oh, all 2-2 here. 2-2, 1 out, nobody on. One was scored. Here in Long Island, New York. The 2-2. High. Ball 3. Joe DiCarlo had to lean out of the way of that one. Fourth full count of the night for Derek. 3-2. Down low, ball 4, and Joe DiCarlo works the ball. They'll ring up the former High Point Rocker, Trent Taylor, the second baseman. Batting 173, 3 RBI. First pitch. High, leans out of the way. 1-0. 1-0. High, ball 2. 2-0. 1 out, men on. 2-0 to Trent Taylor. Eric looks over first. Here's the 2-0s fouled back. 2-1 here. To the former High Point Rocker, Trent Taylor. The 2-1 from Derek. That's right in there for a called strike. 2-2. So evened up at 2 here. To Trent Taylor, one man out and 1 man on, leading 10-2. And the 2-2 is a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. Looked a little low, but we'll take it. Strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning for Derek. And there's 2 gone in the fourth. Here's Luke Powell back to the top of the order. Singled and scored a run in the first inning and grounded into an inning ending double play as he takes a strike. Looked a little low, but he takes a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 is outside. 1-1 here, 2 outs, a man on first. The Ducks trail by 8. The fourth. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a line drive caught by Juan Perez. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, and one man left. We head to the top of the fifth. Dirty Birds lead it 10-2. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. Clayton Milbauer leading off, playing second base for. It came in for Jalen Miller to lead it off here in the fifth. First pitch from Joe Iorio as the ball outside. 1-0 to Milbauer, getting his first at bat here in the game. 199, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Makes the ball low. It is 2-0. Strike. 2-1. Clayton Milbauer. That's a strike. 2-2 now. 2-2 to Milbauer here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A slide down in the zone for strike 3. Clayton Milbauer swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Here in the fifth, we bring up Dwight Smith Jr. 3 for 3 with a single and 2 doubles and a run scored. 2 runs scored. I think it's probably one of his best games across the Dirty Bird. 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. So 3 for 3. Takes the first pitch fastball high. 1-0. Pitch. In there for a called strike. That even's counted 1. A 1-1 for Iorio. In there for a called strike 2. 1-2. And Smith Jr. looks back at the umpire. And didn't like that call. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Smith Jr. goes now swinging for the first time tonight. 3 for 4. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Joe Iorio. Here is here's Juan Perez. Takes a strike down the middle for no one count. The 0-1, strike two. The 0-2's up higher for a ball. 0-1. 10 runs on 14 hits for the Dirty Birds. Here's the line fair. Juan Perez with a base hit down the right field line. Juan Perez with a 2-out double. It's his first hit of the ball game. Only Dirty Bird without a base hit, and he got it right there. Every player in the Dirty Bird lineup has at least one hit into against Joe Iorio in the game. As that'll do it for Joe Iorio. Ducks go to the bullpen. We'll see who they bring in. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be back right after this. We're back in pitching change for the Long Island Ducks as Franklin Van Gerp. Franklin Van Gerp will come on for the Ducks and face Bobby Bradley. First pitch to Bradley is a swinging strike with one. Oh one is a breaking ball that bends in for a cold strike. That's 0 and 2. 0 and 2 to Bradley here, 2 outs, and Perez on second. The 0 2. Swing and a miss, strike three. So 3 pitches and 3 strikes for Van Gerp as he, as he retires Bradley in front of the three. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Thunderbirds winning 10-2. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back after this. Back. Eric Adams back out there for the fifth inning. As the manager comes out to talk with the two umpires about something. So Derek is waiting for the home plate umpire to get behind the home plate and we can start the fifth inning. Sorry, that's Billy Horn. Third base manager Billy Horn having words with the third base umpire and the home plate umpire. Looks like he disagreed with the call. And now Billy Horn's getting into it with first base umpire as he's still chirping at the third base umpire now. But he'll remain in the game as Jonathan Guzman takes the ball from Derek Adams. First pitch in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 from Adams is a foul tip back into the catcher's glove. 10 runs on 15 hits, 2 errors for the Dirty Birds. As Jonathan Guzman is ahead in the count 2-1 here. 2-1 is fouled back. The 2-1. The 2-2 now. Foul. Guzman staying alive. And count remains 2-2. Guzman is the first batter at the bottom of the fifth for the Ducks. They try and mount a comeback. 2-2 swung on and fouled back to the first base side again. Still 2-2 as Derek throws the 2-2 pitch. Grounded. This shortstop Diego Gordas, who throws over to first base, tails with Nash, and retires Jonathan Guzman. So shortstop, the first out of the inning. So Alejandro De Asa now step in. 1 man out, nobody on. 1 man trails this game, 10-2. They got him out decline. 296 average for Alejandro. 3 home runs and 27 RBI. Takes the ball just outside. It is 1-0. Takes another ball outside. Same spot. 2-0 now. 2-0 is swung on and popped up. Fly ball to left. Bradley coming in. Does not have a play though. As a fan gets the ball on the bounce. And it's 2-1. Alejandro De Asa. Here in the fifth inning. 1 man out. Nobody on. The 2-1. Swing and a foul. First base side. Like it jammed in there a little bit. So it's 2-2 now to Alejandro. Man out. Here is the 2-2. Swinging a little chopper to the pitcher. Adams has it. Throw it to first to get the speedy Alejandro De Asa for number 2. So pitcher's fielding position. Well taught by Billy Horn and the Dirty Versus as Derek Adams got off the mound quickly. And he'll face Brantley Bell now, making at the knees for a called strike. Bell grounded up the middle for the second base. Throw to tell him out number 3. We head to the top half of the 6th inning. Thunderbirds are winning this ball game 10-2. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back in the 2009 draft pick by the Houston Astros to step in, Elvin Nash. He's also the 2019 Atlantic Player of the Year, and he gets grilled on the first pitch. So Elvin Nash will go down to first base as he has a little fun with the bat boy there. Now brings up Isaiah Tejada. First pitch of the inning, drilled Elvin Nash in the elbow. So Isaiah Tejada now batting .333 with no home runs, 2 RBIs. That's a strike right down the middle. Elvin Nash on first. 0-1 to Tejada. 10-2 Charleston lead in top half of the 6th. .01 is low for ball 1, 1-1 now. That's for a new ball. 1-1 to Tejada. One swung on at a chopper to second base. Steps on second, throw to first, and it's in time. No play. Double play for the Long Island Ducks. There's 2 gone. Diego goes to shortstop. Brent Taylor steps on second base and throw to first. No play. 2 gone, and Gores can play now. Takes a ball just low. 1-0. Diego Gores, 6 home runs, 37 RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Inside. Ball 2. 2-0. 2-0 to Gores. Two O's cut on a miss. 2-1. The 2-1 is swung on a miss again. 2-2. Cameron's level at 2-2 now. Diego Gores. Two is way outside on the slider. 3-2 to Gores. Jovan Gonzalez waits on deck. Gores pops it up to the shortstop, Jonathan Guzman, and he makes the play. Route number 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 10-2. No runs, no hits, a hit batter. Nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Charleston Thunderbird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We are back as Billy Horn makes a pitching change. He brings in number 34, Braden Theriot, as Jovan is out there to talk signs with him. So it doesn't count as a mound visit. Braden's first pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Ernie Garanchi now is 1 for 3 on the season, so he doesn't play very much. 1 for 3 as the 1-1 misses. 2-1 now for Braden Theriot. On drive left field base hit. So instant offense for the Ducks. As that's hit number 6 for him now. Bring up Carlos Castro. He has a run scored tonight. Run scored for Carlos Castro. He's 1 for 2. It's 4 home runs on the year, 306 average, 10 RBIs. First pitch. Up high for ball 1. So run on first, nobody out. Braden Theriot is on for Billy Horn as he spikes that one in the dirt. He spikes that one in the dirt. 2-0 to Carlos Castro. 2-0 to Castro here. Theriot. That's a strike right down the middle. He was taken all the way. 2-1. Here in the 6th inning, in a 10-2 ball game. Dirty Birds lead it. 2-1 to Carlos Castro's in there for a called strike. Castro doesn't like it. He looks back at the umpire and leans back in frustration. 2-2 now. One runner on and nobody out. Braden Theriot looking for a bounce back relief appearance. The 2-2 in the dirt gets away from the catcher. He'll run back to get it. Wild pitch. As the Ducks now have a runner in some position. Nobody out. A wild pitch. 3-2 count to Carlos Castro. 3-2 from Braden Theriot. He looks in for the sign. It's set. In the 3-2. Swing on and a high fly ball deep left center, giving it a look is Jeffrey Perez, and that's home run. That's the home run touch him all time for Carlos Castro. It's 10-4 in favor of the Charleston Dirty Birds. As Theriot gives up 2 runs. A 2-run home run by Carlos Castro, and the Ducks are trying to get back in the ball game. Braden Theriot not having the best start so far to his relief appearance. 12 runs batted in this year for Carlos Castro. Braden Theriot Here's Ramos. He's got to lean out of the way of that one. It's 1-0. Still nobody out. They're in the sixth. 10-4 ball game. Swing and a miss by Ramos. It is 1-1. That was a no doubter right off the bat of Carlos Castro. He knew it right away. 1-1 from Theory up to Ramos. He takes a strike. Curveball for the call strike. We'll give you the final numbers on Derek Evans. Has 5 innings, 2 runs. It's 2-2 to Wilson Ramos from Braden Theory. 2-2. Fly ball, foul. So another foul ball by Wilson Ramos. One run from Derek Adams, 2 runs. And the 2-2 from Theory is fouled back to the screen once more. We'll do it again. Braden Theory has not had the best year. The best year as a Charleston Dirty Bird. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Wilson Ramos goes down swinging for the second time today. Braden Theory gets his first strikeout of the game in the first inning. He is first inning of his outing. That'll be Joe DiCarlo. He has an arming out double and a walk. 1 out on the strikeout by Wilson Ramos. 2 runs in by the home run. The home run by Carlos Castro. First pitch to Joe DiCarlo misses low. 1-0. The 1-0 is up and away. 2-0 to Joe DiCarlo. Here's the 2-0. Popped it up. Right side and out of play. Gonzalez gave it a look. But he can't get to it. Braden Theory out now. Still trailing the count 2-1. 1 out. The 2-1 from Theory. Way up high at the head of Joe DiCarlo. 3-1 now. He's got a 15.40 ERA. Making his third start as his third relief appearance as a Dirty Bird. Had 1 appearance with Lexington. Opponents hitting 455 against Theory. Here's 3-1. Up and away, ball 4. And they work another roll. That's the 4th walk of the game for the Dirty Birds. Bring up the second baseman, Trent Taylor, who split time with the High Point Rockers and the Long Island Ducks. 1 out, a man on first, and a Joe DiCarlo walk. The first pitch, Trent Taylor's at bat is swung on and missed. It is 0-1. 1-1 to Trent Taylor. Chance of Let's Go Ducks in the stands. 1-0. The 0-1 is Peyton to Black for a cold strike. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Braden Theory outside. Taylor wanted to go for that one, but he laid off. 1-2. Let's go Ducks around the ball as they try and mount the comeback. And Trent Taylor lines it to the right side for the base hit. And the run is on first and third now as Trent Taylor just gets back as Smith Jr. threw it at first to Tilden Nash. And Trent Taylor just gets back as Telvin Nash is down and injured here. As Billy Horn looks out to goes out to go look at him. Looks like he may have been spiked. While he's over there, Billy's going to argue with the umpire. I still give Telvin Nash time. It looks like he's all right. He'll stay in the ball game. Still, we're still giving him time here. And now, I'll bring up Luke Powell. Single to center in the first. First pitch to Powell, up and in. 10-4. 10-4, Dirty Bird lead. Runners on first and third. One out. The pitch is outside and gets away from the catcher, Yovan Gonzalez, and DeCarlo will score. It's 10-5 as Trent Taylor moves over to third on the attempted steal, and he'll move over to third on a wild pitch from Braden Theriot. Here's the bottom of the sixth, one out, and 3 runs in for the Ducks. The second wild pitch of the inning from Braden Theriot. It is 1-0 to Boog Powell. 2-0 to Boog Powell. He bunts down the right side for a base hit. And Trent Taylor will score 10-6. That's an RBI drag, one single for Boog Powell. And 4 runs are scored in the inning. As the Ducks now trail by 4. RBI number 12 for Boog Powell. Now Guzman step in as he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Fly ball to right field by Guzman as he's retiring for round number 2 as Dwight Smith Jr. made the catch. Tried to throw over first to get Boog Powell as he was running on the play, but it was too late. Braden Theriot has allowed 3 runs. this inning and to bring up Alejandro De Aza. First pitch to De Aza is outside for a ball one. Chance of Let's Go Ducks around the ballpark as they now trail by 4. 2 outs and a 6. 1-0 to Alejandro. 1-0. Running again. Pitch is taken outside. Throw to second is offline. And Boog Powell gets a second. It's stolen second base. 21st of the year. Now 2 steals in the inning off of Braden Thuriot. 2-0 to De Aza. De Aza is batting .571 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. 2-0. De Aza pulls it foul first base side. De Aza step back in the box. Boog Powell at second base. Long Island trails by 4. 2 outs and 2-1 count. 2-1 to De Aza. Up and in, ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike to the former Lancaster Barnstorm. His second year with the Ducks. 3-1 to De Aza. Up and outside, ball 4. Another First National Bank L.I. Walker first for the Long Island Ducks. As Billy Horn goes to the bullpen, he'll get the ball from Braden Thuriot. It was a rough outing for Braden Thuriot, a rough inning. He didn't even get through. He gets 2 outs in the inning. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and Ryan Clark is in now. Ducks have scored 4 runs in the inning, as they now trail 10-6 in the 6th inning. 2 runners on. Ryan Clark trying to get out of the inning as this is the second pitcher of the inning. Thuriot got 2 outs. 42nd appearance by Ryan Clark. Inherit situation with 2 outs, 2 guys on in the 6th inning to face Brantley Bell. Fastball taking letter high for a called strike. As is 1. in the 0-1. Chopper back to the mound. Clark gets it and throws over to Telvin Nash for the final out of the inning. But 4 runs come across on a two runs by a home run by Carlos Castro, and 2 more added on a wild pitch and 2 wild pitches by Braden Theriot. We head to the 7th inning. The Dirty Birds 10, Long Island 6. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and Yovan Gonzalez steps in. He takes the first pitch ball outside. 1-0. Takes a 1-0 pitch and for a strike. It's 1-1 to Yovan Gonzalez. Top of the 7th here. He takes the fastball again. 1-2. Jeffrey Perez and Clayton Milbauer will follow Yovan Gonzalez as he fouled it back. Still 1-2. One, two. Swing and a miss. Yovan strikes out. Bring up Jeffrey Perez. 1 for 3 with a single and RBI. First pitch is outside for ball 1. One 0 is same spot again outside. 2-0 to Jeffrey. Jeffrey Perez. Swing and a miss. 2-0 fastball. Right down the middle, but it's cut on the miss. For a strike. 2-1 to Jeffrey Perez. 2-1 pitches on the outside corner, called a strike. Jeffrey didn't like it. And he was counted 2-2, 1 out. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. 3-2 to the speedster Jeffrey Perez. This is a guy who won on base. Payoff pitch is a fly ball, foul territory. Makes the play. Go to Carlo. The third baseman makes the play over the shoulder. A lot of real estate to cover on that one. And a foul territory over the shoulder catch. And there's one gone. Here's Clayton Milbauer. Takes a strike. First pitch fastball down the middle. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Time and gets time. Steps back in the box. He's ready for an 0-2. 2 outs, 10-6. Dirty Bird leader to top up the seventh inning. Here's the 0-2. Off speed pitch misses away at 1-2. 1-2 to Milbauer. He wanted to go, but didn't chase it. Still, he takes the ball 2-2 now. 2-2 popped up in the air. Towering fly ball to the second baseman, Trent Taylor. He makes the play for round number 3. We have to the bottom of the seventh inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. In the inning, Dirtbirds lead it 10-6. You're listening to Charleston Dirtbird Baseball on YouTube. We're back right after this. We're back, and Ryan Clark back out there for his second inning. He came in relief from Braden Perry in the sixth inning. Clark's 1-0 pitch is through for a base hit to the left side. And the Ducks have a runner on first base. So that'll bring up Carlos Castro. Carlos Castro with a 2-run home run last inning. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ducks trail 10-6. Nobody out. One man on. First pitch strike from Ryan Clark. Here's the 0-1 from Ryan Clark. Up and in. Has to lean all the way that one. Ryan Clark almost hits Carlos Castro. We got a little discussion going on here about that. Carlos Castro has some words for Ryan Clark after he got up out of the dirt. We're going to issue some warnings here, I guess. So a warning issue, I think, to both benches. Count is even to Carlos Castro to ball and strike. As you, if you remember, Carlos Castro had a 2-run home run and admired it in the 6th inning. So maybe that's the reason why that pitch was up and in. But you'll never know. Here's the 1-1 from Ryan Clark. Chopped foul off his foot. And it's 1-2 to Carlos Castro. He's in the same position as he was last inning. Nobody out, man on first base. And a 1-2 count. This time, he faces new pitcher, Ryan Clark. The 1-2. Swinging a blooper foul. It remains 1-2. It remains 1-2 to Carlos Castro with the guy on first base. Nobody out. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nasty curveball there for Ryan Clark, and he strikes out Carlos Castro for first down to the 7th. Oh, that was a nasty pitch right there to get Carlos swinging and missing. I bring up the catcher Wilson Ramos, who struck out twice tonight. One against Derek Adams and one against Theriot. Now he's facing Ryan Clark. Swing and a foul. Fair ball. Fair ball fielded by Tilvin Nash. And he steps on first base for the second out of the inning. Wilson Ramos thought that was a foul ball. He didn't run. But that'll bring up Joe DiCarlo. As the pitcher is down at second base. That bring up Joe DiCarlo, who's 1-for-1 with 2 walks and runs scored. First pitch to Joe DiCarlo is a swing and miss slider. It's 0-1. Runner at second. 2 outs in the 7th inning. DiCarlo against Clark. The 0-1. Up and in. 1 ball and a strike. One ball and a strike to Joe DiCarlo in the seventh inning. Runner on second base. It'll be the seventh run of the game for a long now. All 10 runs the 30 Birds put up on the board were in the first 3 innings of the ball game. As the 1-1 is swung on and missed by Joe DiCarlo, and it's 1-2. Ryan Clark looking to get out of the inning. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike three. What a job done by Ryan Clark as he gives up a leadoff base hit. A strikeout, a ground out, and a strikeout. A strikeout of Carlos Castro, a ground out of Wilson Ramos, and a strikeout of Joe DiCarlo to end the seventh. We head to the eighth. Dirty Birds lead it 10-6. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back as Dwight Smith Jr. steps in the box here in the top half of the eighth. First pitch taken for a called strike, 0-1. 2-3, 4 due up. Smith, Rez, Bobby Bradley takes a Smith Jr. takes a strike. 0-2. 314, 19 home runs, 46 RBIs. So he's got that average up from three. He's got that average up from 307 to 319 with two doubles, two doubles, and a base hit. He's 3 for 4 today. But he's down in the count here, 0-2. Here's pitch. Inside. Almost hits him. 1-2. 1-2. Swing and a topper foul down the third base line. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dwight Smith Jr. So Smith Jr. will get another shot. Gets the bat, steps in the box for the 1-2 pitch. 1-2 pitch from Hackemer. Chopper to second base. Trent Taylor throws over to first and gets the out. Scooped out of the dirt by Castro. It's a 2-3 putout for the Ducks here in the top half of the eighth inning. So that'll bring up Juan Perez. He is here's the first pitch. Outside, ball one. No runs scored for the Dirty Birds. It's just the top of the third. That's 7-run first inning. This is the big inning tonight. 2-0 to Juan Perez. 2-0 is taken for a cold strike inside. It's 2-1 to Perez. 2-1's fouled back to the screen. 2-2, one out, nobody on. 2-2 to Perez. He takes a good look at a slider. We're both 3-2 full count to Perez here. Third baseman today. Bobby Bradley on deck. Kelvin Nash in the hole. Payoff pitch, fouled back. Third base side. The 3-2 coming up to Juan Perez. Here it is. Fouled back again. So fouled back once more by Juan Perez. Count remains 3-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming to Juan Perez from Heckham. 3-2 once more. Grounded foul in third base side. 30 for Duckett. Here's the ninth pitch of the AB. The 3-2 from Hackemer. It's a chopper to third. DeCarlo throws over to first. Barely gets Perez. As Carlos Castro takes it out of the dirt once again. We're out number 2. Out batting the man who was homered in 3 straight games. Bobby Bradley. Homered in Game 3 of the Staten Island series and Game 4 of the Staten Island series, and homered tonight in Game 1 of the Long Island series. First base swinging, loops shallow center, in comes Jonathan Guzman with the catch. Tom Hackemer has retired at 6 in a row. We head to the bottom of the eighth. Same score, 10-6. Dirty Birds lead. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. All right, we're back as Ricardo Gomez comes in a relief from Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark got 2 outs in the 6th and 3 outs in the 7th. And now the 31st turned to the bullpen once more. And the man who has been in the Atlantic League for the longest time, 400 plus appearances in the Atlantic League, Ricardo Gomez, the veteran of the Atlantic League, as he'll set up the closer. We'll wait and see who the closer is. But for now, Ricardo Gomez is in for the 8th inning against Trent Taylor. It's the first pitch from Gomez is a ball. Here's the second pitch. Taylor bunting. It's a strike. Even in the count of 1-1 here. 36 game in relief for Ricardo Gomez. It's 1-2. Yeah, he has a 4.75 earned run average, but he can be good at times. 1-2. Oh, just missed. Thought it was right there, but just missed. Trent Taylor 2-2. 23 runs, 19 earned for Ricardo Gomez. 14 walks, 2 intentional, and 34 strikeouts to 2-2. Outside, 3-2 to Trent Taylor. So the count runs full on Trent Taylor. Start the 8th inning. Long Island trails this ball game by just 4 runs, 10-6. The 3-2 is found away first base side. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Trent Taylor, first batter he faces in the 8th inning. Here's the 3-2. Once more, grounded foul. First base side once again. The 3-2 from Ricardo Gomez. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Clayton Milbauer is there, and he throws it with a first. And the Birds are 5 more outs away from taking game 1 of the series against Long Island. 1 out in the 8th inning. Now it's all up to Luke Powell. He's 2 for 4, center fielder for the Long Island Ducks. Single, a stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch to Powell, outside. The 1-0 is inside for ball 2. 2-2 to Boog. 2-0 to Boog Powell. 1 out. Swing and a miss. 2-1. The former Gastonia Honey Hunter. And the 2-1 is in there for a called strike. That's called the outside corner. Evens it out. Evens the count at 2-2. 1 out. Nobody on base. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A nasty off-speed pitch by Ricardo Gomez to get the first strikeout of the ball game in the 8th inning. He comes in from relief for Ryan Clark. So now 2 outs, and Jonathan Guzman played over 4. Takes a ball a little bit low. It is 1-0 to Guzman. He has 1 home run on the year. 1-0, chopper foul. Right side. And 1-1 now. 1-1 to Jonathan Guzman, who's in his first season in the Atlantic League. Swing and a miss, strike two. 1-2 to Jonathan Guzman. 1-2 to Guzman. See what Gomez can do. 1-2, popped up, foul. First base side gets into the crowd. Still 1-2, 2 outs in the eighth inning. Ricardo is 1-2. Swing and a pop up foul once again. It remains 1-2. 1-2. Swing and a chopper. Grounded to Milbauer at second base. Throws over to first until Telvin Nash gets the out. And what a job Ricardo Gomez has done. 2 ground outs and a strikeout. We head to the top half of the ninth inning. Dirty Birds need 3 more outs to secure the W in game 1 of 3-game series versus the Long Island Ducks. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We are back, and Jose will come in for the Long Island Ducks. You know, Tom Hackler and Jack Anderson have, have faced 6 batters and retired all 6. It'll be Telvin Nash lead off as Jose gets set. First pitch to Telvin Nash is coming up. He gets set. He gets in the batter's box. 15 home runs and 51 RBIs for Telvin. Best of the outing from Jose is up and away, ball 1. Jose has that Craig Kimbrell kind of pitching stance as he holds his pitching arm up like a bird, but fires the fastball in there at 2-0 now. Telvin Nash takes an off-speed pitch. He looks at a strike. 2-1. 2-1 to Telvin Nash, the reigning Atlantic League Player of the Year in 2019. 2-1 to Telvin Nash, swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove of Wilson Ramos. Jose last pitch on Wednesday against the Barnstorm. 2-2 to Telvin Nash lead off in the top half of the ninth inning. Two is fouled out of play. It's Jose's third appearance against Charleston this season. The 2-2 to Telvin Nash. Swinging a pop up to Trent Taylor, the second baseman. He gets under it, makes the play. Run number one here at the top half of the ninth inning. Bring up Isaiah Tejada. 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a run scored. Having his best game as a dirty pro. First pitch from Jose is a strike. Pulls the string on it as he wants for bat spray. Don't know what that's called. Rub on tar. Don't know. But he steps back and he rubs it on and he steps back in the box. Waiting for a 1 from Jose. The 0-1 from Jose. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. 10-6. Third birds later here in the top half of the ninth, 1 out. An 0-2 count to Jose Tejada. The 0-2 popped up foul. Jose. 0-2 count here against Isaiah Tejada. The 0-2 is down in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One two to Tejada. Swing and a chopper to shortstop. Guzman is there to field it. Throws over to first to retire Isaiah Tejada. 2 out and nobody on, and the shortstop Diego Torres stepped 10 in a row erased by Long Island pitching as Diego Torres stepped in. He'll face Jose for the first time in this game. First pitch. Down low. 0-1. Gastonia leads Lester 9-4, bottom of the 8th. Lancaster defeated Southern Maryland today. That ball's outside, 2-0 to Diego Torres. And 2-0. Fly ball deep to right. To left. And a long run by Diego Torres. A 2 solo home run by number 8, shortstop Diego Torres. That's 11-6 here in the top half of the ninth inning. A 2-0 fastball from Jose sent out of here in the deep left for a solo home run by Diego Goris, his 7th of the year. RBI number 38 of the year. And it's a 5-run advantage from the 31st. Much needed add-on run. Oh man, that was crushed. Up comes the catcher, Yovan Gonzalez. First pitch from Jose is the swinging strike. 0-1. 0-1 to Yovan Gonzalez. 0-1 from Jose. Fly ball popped up down the first base line. And first baseman is under it to end the inning. What a big insurance run in the top half of the ninth inning on a Diego Goris solo home run to left field. We head to the ninth, to the bottom of the ninth. Third lead at 11-6. You're listening to Trusted Third Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back in the bottom of the ninth inning. Thurber's lead at 11-6. And Arnaldo Hernandez, the new reliever that Billy Horn picked up a couple weeks ago, making his second appearance on the year for the Dirty Birds, has split time with the Spire City Ghost Town and the Dirty Birds. They'll face Alejandro De Asa to lead it off in the bottom of the ninth. Never mind, it's Yarmil Geraldo now. I got my pitchers mixed up. Sorry. It's Yarmil Geraldo to face Alejandro De Asa, the part of the order to up for Long Island, trailing 11-6. First pitch to De Asa's inside corner for a strike. We start at the bottom of the ninth inning. The 0-1 misses inside for a ball. Is 1-1. Yarmil Geraldo faced the heart of the order in Long Island. Did he go around? No, he didn't. No check from the umpire. 2-1. Yarmil Geraldo, 6'2", 190. From Santiago, Dominican Republic. The 2-1 found away by De Asa to the third base line. Yurmil Geraldo is facing the Long Island Ducks for the first time. One run allowed on one hit, 6 innings, 2 walks, and a couple strikeouts in a Dirty Bird uniform for Yurmil Geraldo. The 2-2's fouled away, and opponents are not hitting over 100 against the 2-2. Swinging another pitch foul. Yurmil Geraldo is on. Danny Wierchanski gets the start for Charleston tomorrow against Justin Allentop, 2-1. Justin Allentop has a record of 2-1, while Danny Wierchanski has a record of 5-4. That pitch is fouled away again. So Deaza is putting up a good fight. Once again, Danny Wierchanski gets to start tomorrow night against the Long Island Ducks in Game 2 against Allentop. The 2-2 from Geraldo lifts it in the air to right, just shy of the winning track is Dwight Smith Jr. and he makes the play. 2 more outs to secure a W for the Charleston Dirty Birds here. First game against Long Island. So there's one gone for Brentley Bell. He's drawn a walk. He's 0 for 3. 9 home runs and 43 RBIs on the year for Brentley Bell. And first pitch from Geraldo is a ball, 1-0. Batters are batting under 100 against Geraldo this year as he paints the black on the inside corner at 21. 2 more outs to get here for the Dirty Birds as they look to take game 1 of a 3-game series. We'll be back tomorrow again at 6:35 and on Sunday at 5:05 p.m. So 6:35 p.m. tomorrow on a Saturday and 5:05 p.m. on Sunday here in Long Island against these Long Island Ducks. That pitch is fouled away. 2-2 to Brentley Bell. 2-2 from Geraldo. It's away, but nobody's on base, so Jovan will not retrieve it. Count is full, 3-2 to Brentley Bell. The 3-2 grounded. Line it in left field for a base hit. Bradley picks it up, throws it back to the cutoff man Goris. And Brentley Bell has his first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 4 with a walk. See who that brings up. Now betting the pitch hitter, Lou Ford. Lou Ford step in. One gone, one man on. Dirty Birds winning by 5, 11-6. First pitch to Ford. It's right down the middle for a called strike. It's 0-1. 1 out. Lou Ford at plate. Brentley Bell at first base. 0-1 to Ford. Brentley Bell takes off from first base. Counts nothing at 2 to Lou. Lou Ford is also the Long Island Duck hitting coach. And Yurmil Geraldo is 1 strike away from getting out number 2. Probably 1 pitch away from getting double play, hopefully. Here's the 0-2 to Lou Ford. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But Brentley Bell takes second base, and Jovan does doesn't throw down there as he just takes a strikeout. But anyway, it's a strikeout for Yermil Geraldo, and there's 2 gone. And the Dirty Birds need 1 more out to secure a W in game 1 of a 3-game series. It'll be Carlos Castro, number 44, the first baseman. A 2-run home run by Carlos Castro and an infield single and 2 RBIs for Carlos. He's the last hope for the Ducks today. As Geraldo tries to shut it down here in the ninth. First pitch up and away, ball 1. Charleston is 50-30 on the road, trying to get their 16th win on the road this year. Here's the 1-0 strike 1, 2 strikes away from securing a win in game 1 of a 3-game series versus Long Island. We need these wins, ladies and gentlemen. We are 5.5 games, or 5.5 or 6 games back in first place in the second half. Here's the 1-1. Low ball 2. 2-1 to Carlos Castro. A 2-1 outside on a slider, 3-1 to Carlos Castro. Chance of Let's Go Ducks around the ballpark. They trail by 5 runs, 11-6 lead for the Charleston Dirty Birds. Here's the 3-1 from Yermil. Up high, ball 4, and that's another First National Bank. LA wants the first for the Long Island Ducks. As Carlos Castro draws one, and there's 2 runners on and 2 guys out for the Ducks. As Wilson Ramos is their last hope again. He struck out twice. It's 1-4. His first pitch swung on and grounded to second base. Clay Milbauer's there. He throws over to first, and the Birds win game 1, 11-6. What a game from the Charleston Dirty Birds as the bats came out hot. Scored 10 runs in the first 3 innings, and another run in the top half of the ninth. As the Birds out on in the top half of the ninth with a Diego Gordas solo home run. Thanks for watching Dirty Bird Baseball as we win this ball game 11-6. That's 11 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors. And for the Ducks, it's 6 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base. Thank you for watching Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time for game 2 of a 3-game series. Dirty Birds take game 1, 11-6. See you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching, and go Birds.